Hey friends, how are y'all? I'm here today and I'm gonna do like a new little series. I'm gonna do 5 breakfast, 5 lunch, and 5 dinner ideas, and then maybe like my favorite top 5 snacks. But today we're gonna get started on breakfast, and don't worry, I'm not gonna sit here and cook 5 breakfast meals. And these are more than very specific recipes. These are ideas for breakfast that can be adjusted to your liking and to change it up a bit. And some of them have clips from the past, me cooking, so obviously I'll insert those when I cook and whatnot. But I'm gonna count it down, and I'm gonna start first with my number 1 go-to breakfast during my WW and weight loss journey. And that was breakfast sandwiches. I ate a ton of English muffin, kind of like, what are they called? Like Egg McMuffin type sandwiches. A whole bunch of English muffins. And I did try, sorry, that's my dog. I did try the whole grain or multi-grain English muffins. I tried the light English muffins. To be honest, it wasn't worth it for me. I just stuck with regular English muffins. I prefer those. However, I did use lower cal cheese. My favorite is, hang on, let me show you. This is my favorite go-to cheese, not only for breakfast sandwiches, but other sandwiches. It's only 50 calories a slice, and it's much thicker than other reduced fat cheese. But anyways, with the breakfast sandwich, for one, you can do different breads. I primarily did English muffins, but I also did bagel thins. Every now and again, I do regular bagel. I did it on regular bread, like 45 calorie or Ezekiel bread, something like that. What else did I eat them on? I know, Arnold sandwich thins. I made breakfast sandwiches on that, and those are really good. And then also you can mix it up with your eggs. I either would fry an egg up, or I would even bake it. And these mini muffin tins are perfect for baking eggs for English muffins. That's the only reason I have these. It doesn't bother me having the hole in the middle at all. So you can bake your eggs. Sometimes I would do egg whites. Sometimes I would do egg substitutes. Sometimes I do a mix. And then also you can mix up your protein. I really got where I enjoyed the instant bacon, and then later in my journey I started eating more regular bacon, the center cut bacon. I would say though my go-to was Canadian bacon because it's super low calorie. Typically it's like 20 calories per slice. Nowadays I'm trying to up my protein, so I add 2 slices or whatnot. But that with breakfast sandwiches, you know, changing the bread, changing how you add eggs, if you even want to add eggs, changing your meats, changing your cheese. That really makes your sandwich very versatile. And so I didn't get tired of them, and the way I do it, I'll show you my prep. Lay them all out. It's one of the quickest breakfast preps you can have. Not very high calorie. I would say they ranged anywhere from 250 to like 350. Unless I ate a full bagel, then they were a little more, but it was very, very filling. So that was my number 1 go-to breakfast. My number 2 breakfast item was breakfast tacos. And I'm in Texas, so I absolutely love a breakfast taco, more specifically more like a breakfast burrito. And I found 2 tortillas that I really enjoyed, and there's others, but these Olay Extreme Wellness and the Carb Balance, which I don't have on hand right now. I just buy whatever one's cheapest. But again, as far as the eggs, I will do scrambled eggs. Sometimes I'll even fry it and like cut it in half. Sausage patties, I found some good turkey sausage. I would make that. Again, bacon, you can really do anything. And to make them different there is you just add tons of different hot sauces or like a veggie mix in them. You can do tons of different flavors. I do those and I just wrap them up and they freeze really great. I don't think I have a clip of that, but it was definitely a go-to of mine. Okay, my 3rd go-to breakfast item is definitely egg cups. And if you haven't made egg cups, you're definitely missing out. I make them several different ways, just in a normal cupcake tin. But my favorite way is you have to spray it with some Pam or cooking spray, and then take half a piece of center cut bacon and circle it around inside. I then bake them for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then I put some sauteed vegetables. I'll use whatever vegetables I have on hand, whether it's zucchini, mushroom, onion, bell pepper, spinach, just seriously, it's a great way to use up whatever vegetables you have left in your, I was like your stove, no, in your refrigerator. So I'll saute them up and then I'll just put them in the bottom, and then you just pour your egg mixture on top. I usually would just use like eggs and egg whites mixed together, so it's a mix. But I've really started really liking like straight egg whites. To me, they taste totally different, so I'll do that. And I usually make 12 at a time, and I eat 2 at once. They're super filling, they're super low calorie, and they're just a go-to. And to be honest, you do not have to pre-saute your veggies. I sometimes do it, I sometimes don't. I find it tastes slightly better if you do it first, but I just love them. And sometimes when I do them, they flare up huge, like souffle over, but they usually always decrease, and sometimes they don't do it. So I don't know what I'm doing. I never measure anything when I cook, so it's just like go with it. And I know I have a clip of that, and so I'll insert it. Oh, and you don't have to do the bacon either. If you're really wanting to save the calorie, you can straight do eggs. But I have been eating egg cups probably for the last 20 years, way before weight loss. I just really enjoy them. And my fourth go-to breakfast item is a baked good. Unfortunately, usually I use the yellow I usually use the yellow sugar-free cake mix, but I don't happen to have any on hand. But you can make a ton of different muffin recipes from sugar-free cake mix. And I think they come to like a point or two, most of them. Obviously, it depends on what you add. But they're like a point or two, and they're usually only like 60 or 70 calories each. One of my favorites is yellow cake mix, and you use mashed bananas in it. You can use walnuts, and then you put all the seasonings of a banana nut bread. I'm telling you, you cannot tell it's not just full fat banana nut bread. My husband and I, we both really love them. And the number you get depends on like how big your bananas are. But another thing, a lot of the muffin recipes call for, if you're not using bananas to sweeten it, you're using unsweetened applesauce. And so I've used the chocolate and just put some Lily's chocolate chips in there and some nuts. And it was just like a chocolate muffin in the morning. So there's a lot of great things there. And less often I have made like pancake bakes. And on those, I don't use the cake mixes. Instead, I will use like rolled oats or Kodiak cakes. And you literally just do it in one of those thin like sheet pans. And again, those recipes typically call for banana, and you can put frozen fruit on the top, and you just bake it, and then it's like a pancake bake. I've done that a few times, but definitely the muffins is like my number 4 go-to. So, okay, and finally, my fifth idea is always have some convenience items you're okay with eating during your health and fitness journey. That they may not have to be like bottom of the line, lowest cal, but there's something better than stopping at McDonald's and picking up that, what is it? McGriddle or something like that. So I'll show you my go-to items, and sometimes these are super low in calorie, and I'll eat those for breakfast when I know I'm maybe going out to dinner or something like that, so it keeps me on track. Let's look at my go-to convenience breakfast items. Okay, these are a few of the items I just happen to have right now at home, but I would say this pretty much covers my convenience items. So first things first, I'm not much of a cereal eater, but I have come to love these strawberry banana Cheerios. And one serving is only like 150 calories. Add some almond milk, you're good to go there. And these are the pumpkin spice, they're okay, but any type of, healthier cereal that you can do. And then another go-to, and this is what I eat when I know I'm eating out and I really want to stay low points and low calories in the morning. And that's this Good Culture cottage cheese. This is 4 servings perfectly in here, and 1 serving is only 80 calories. I love to eat it with my favorite bell pepper. This is called an Aloha bell pepper. They're super crunchy. They're a little pricey, but I find it worth it. And I like mini cucumbers with this. So I would say, and this was the first time, I have never eaten cottage cheese prior to WW, and I love this one, love it. And they sell it in individuals as well if you need that convenience factor, but it's way cheaper buying it like this. Okay, another item that I found at the beginning of my journey was Kid Fresh items, but specifically these waffles. They are made of vegetables, but I don't really notice it. These are the blueberry. I usually get the regular. I don't taste the blueberry. I'd probably just stick to regular. But 2 waffles is only 160 calories, and last I checked, only 4 points. Okay, probably not the best, but it'll do in a pinch. Bagel and cream cheese, and this is not even like cream cheese, but together this is 280 calories and this is 100, so 380 calories. Yes, it's probably not going to keep you as full. It's carb heavy, but every now and again in a pinch, this really came in handy. Again, the alternative would be drive-through breakfast or Starbucks. Still drive-through. Okay, these sandwiches are Starbucks knockoffs. We bought these at Costco a few months ago, and absolutely, my husband and I both love them. They're great in a pinch. How many calories are they? And they're 290 calories, and I think the Starbucks one's like 380, so you're definitely saving some calorie. And we just leave them overnight in our refrigerator. That's how it suggests to do it. And then you nuke them in the microwave for like 45 seconds. If you forget to leave it in the refrigerator to thaw, there are instructions for heating it in the microwave, but you have to like take it apart. So we just leave it in the refrigerator. Okay, my guilty pleasure, toaster strudel. I absolutely love these damn things. But 2 of them are 370 calories. I will say 99.9% of the time, I only eat 1. And I typically will only eat these if I sleep in and then I'm having like lunch soon. So if I just need a tiny bit of something, that's when I want this. But this is not like a go-to keep me full breakfast by any means. It also stops my craving for wanting to go get donuts or something like that, which I'm more of a savvy breakfast person, but every once in a while I crave it, and this is when it comes in clutch. So that's pretty much my go-to convenience items. Matter of fact, I can't even think of anything else. So these have saved me a lot of times when I would have been stopping for breakfast. Instead, I grabbed one of these. Not the healthiest, but it kept me on track, and it gave me, a lot of times it like craves that need for something worse. So I hope this helped y'all get some ideas about breakfast. Again, I wasn't trying to say like, this is how you make X, Y, Z. I just wanted to give you all ideas. They're my go-tos. And honestly, a lot of them were things I'd eat for breakfast even prior to WW and weight loss. I've just like instead changed out the ingredients, said full fat sausage, you know, maybe in my breakfast taco I'm using chicken sausage or whatnot. Oh, and that's another thing. On the breakfast burritos, I like to do shredded hash browns in there as well, or I even like to add a potato in the air fryer, microwave it first, then put it in the air fryer, and I like to add that like a scramble to them. But anyhow, I got off track. But I hope y'all enjoyed these, and I'll be back soon. I'm gonna try, probably not next week for the lunch series because I'm going out of town this weekend. I'm gonna be a great aunt. One of my nieces is having a baby, so I'm gonna go to her baby shower. But I will have the lunch one coming up, so again, stay tuned for that. And these lunches will be lunches that you're probably not cooking at home because I work outside of the home, so I can't. It may be, if anything, it may be like you prepped it, but you're eating it leftover at work, if that makes sense. Okay, bye guys.